Okay, man. In this video here, it's gonna be about 4 subjects, and I'm gonna do the very best I can to talk about all 4 of them in no particular order. So I'm gonna talk about these 4 things. As you can see on the screen, it's a split screen of 4 things, and obviously one of them is one that I have not touched on for quite a while now, and that's the memorial wall, the ex-close friends memorial wall. I gotta get into that. I haven't really talked about it, as of just recently. You know what I mean? So I'll touch on that first, and then the other one is that game, the tribute to me and Mari's 9-year friendship anniversary, and where I stand with it and when that's going to happen. The third one is, about Alexis and where our friendship stands, and I feel like it might just come to an end. Will it really end? It sounds like it will come to an end, too. And the fourth one is, where I stand on my video uploading, as I'm continuing to do these podcasts that had my unofficial start toward the end of January. So is it toward the end of January? Yeah, I think toward the end of January, if I'm not mistaken. So let's start with the topic that I have not got into in a very, very long time, and that is my ex-close friends memorial wall. I know it's the summer. I haven't really talked about it since last month. So I've been pretty much, I'm not saying I forgot about it, but I have not really touched on it as of late, So my thing is, as far as that's concerned, I've already, me and lovely Mel, Mari told me that, she's still okay with me. She's gonna give me another chance. So she's currently in my wall, but I'll be willing to but she doesn't have email, and she does not have YouTube either. So the only way I can reconnect with her is via Facebook or Instagram. So it has to be through social media, which I'm still refused to come back to this day. I understand she wants about her perception of social media, right? But as for me, man, knowing what I'm going through, and especially this workplace that I'm in, it just sucks. It just sucks to just still be here, and that's just making me feel everyday misery and unhappiness that I had to do. It's why I'm out of these nutballer group chats right now, and knowing my mental inconsistencies and why I still refuse to go back to social media. It's nothing against some of the guys that like Cecilia and lovely Mel and Anastasia and Timmy and Manuel, guys like them who care. But yeah, as of right now, I'm still really not ready to go back, and I'm not even close to 50% of my mental health. Okay, so yeah, there's still a lot of issues going on. But yeah, in regards to the whole memorial wall, I thought about Angel. I still have her email. I did ask Mari to ask, without Mari mentioning my name to Angel, and let me see if I can try to reconnect with her, because from what Mari showed me, as far as what Angel has thought about me, said I did her wrong and all that, I'm sorry for what I did. It turns out that, I never really did her wrong like that. I never I never committed, I never really insulted her or anything. It's just that she was just honestly very, very annoyed with my drama. That's it. It's not like I never, it's not like I ever, insulted her or anything, or said anything to offend her. She was just deeply annoyed. That's why she screamed at me. a whole lot because, you know, she couldn't stand it. Look, I get it, but it's not like I was insulting her. So, you know, I really miss her, man. I miss my darling, good friend Angel. You know, we have, you know, we've had such a really close relationship, really close friendship that, you know, how long have I known her since 2017? No, actually 2016. So it's been about a good 8 years, you know, and I'm gonna do my very best to reconnect with her because, you know, I just gotta let her know, like, and only when I'm in the right mental state. Okay. So right now, I said I was 35% or 30% the last time, and now I think it might have increased a little bit to 39. No, I think it's about 40% now. 40%. Okay. So 40% as of right now. But because of all these changes that I'm hearing, it might drop again. But we'll never know. But yeah, let me see if I can try to reconnect with Angel. You know, and I don't know. Like, it has to be at the right time though. And yeah. So yeah, as far as the rest of the people, I've only gone through 3. Pearl Jane is one of the 3, and I kind of want to redo ours. I thought about it, but you know, so I can get a little deeper on what I forgot what I have to say about her. But you know, there's still plenty of others. Tristan, well, me and Robbie are good now, so he's out of my wall. There's still Jesse. There's still yeah, there's still plenty. Rhea, Christine, Kriza, Kirill, Shy, Jessica, Carmi. Yeah, there's a lot of them. So as far as when I'm going to continue, I'm supposed to have, you know, I'm supposed to do it whenever, you know, just during this 2-week period. But because of the changes that I heard, I don't even know if I can get the opportunity anymore. That's when I get this 2-week break, it's like, yeah, man, I think this will be the perfect time to do it. You know, I thought I had the full 2 weeks to do it, and now all of a sudden, like, I can't really, I don't even know if I can do it anymore. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have to wait, because these 2 weeks, I thought, well, what was going to be it, you know? If I can just do it maybe this weekend, or, you know, or going to next week, I can get through all of it, finally. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I got to work on that when I get a chance to. Because now it's like, I let it sit in the back burner, so I'll make sure to go through it when I could. I was getting big onto it, like the last few months after I admitted to be a failure of a friend, but you know, now I kind of want to go back to it. You know, I know I've been focusing on my mental health, which has been a real struggle, but you know, it's for the most part, I'm gonna do my very best to make time for that. I mean, I'll try, and we'll see what happens based on these whatever the updates are for these changes that I'm hearing. So yeah, okay. So the next topic here is me and Mari's 9-year friendship anniversary game. Yeah, and also the perfect opportunity would have been supposedly during this 2-week break that I'm getting. No, not like vacation. Oh, that would be awesome if I did. But I'm talking about break as in, like, I don't gotta take care of some of my parents' duties, you know, when they gotta deal with the new responsibility that they've been dealing with for the last few weeks. I know it's been a burden on them, like, you know, especially since they haven't had much sleep, and you know, I've had okay sleep, but it's like I've had to wake up because, you know, I feel bad that they're even lacking sleep. So, you know, as far as this game goes, I know today's Friday. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I thought about doing it, but it's like my heart is not getting into it right now. I've thought about whether or not it should just be the greeting, because I already got my sign up. I already did the project. I know it's pretty late, right? So I think it would be best for me to do the shout out like by the beach, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the shoot around. The shoot around, I guess it'll be another day, but it'll definitely be on the road. Maybe not too far out. Maybe that one I can do on my lunch break next week. I'm supposed to do it this week as well, but because of what I've been hearing, it's like now I'm having to put this on hold to see what will happen. And because it sounds like, again, it sounds like my 2 weeks are gonna be cut to just one. I was given the perfect opportunity to have this 2-week break, and then I can definitely do this without any hesitation. But now I gotta wait once again. So I'll see. Like, I know I'll do the shout out for sure. I already know how to plan it, right? Maybe that'll just be it. As for the shoot around itself, that'll probably be on a separate day. Whether it be done in my lunch break on a Monday, or if I can get to it later tonight, probably not. I care more about the greeting that I'm gonna do out there by the beach. So yes, I brought my ball home, but I'm not gonna. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do the shoot around. Might be this weekend. We'll see. So I'm gonna do my best to just make the time for that as well. I want to do it by the beach though, So maybe like further out where I can see the sun go down a little bit, right? Perfect time would be like 7:30. It'll still be kind of bright, right? So I want that to happen. If it's gotta be today or later today, I'm kind of not feeling it right now. So my heart's not into it. And I'm kind of worried more about what the next changes are gonna be. It's like I'm pretty hesitant right now, but I'll make sure I can make this happen. So I'll take care of that as well as the Christmas, the ex-close friend memorial wall. See, I knew I was gonna say Christmas memorial wall at this point. So now here's the topic that I want to touch on it, because I feel like it may just be over between me and Alexis. Because I messaged him on the group chat, the one with me, him, and Julio. Julio did not respond, but Alexis, has not responded, and I don't know, dude. I mean, I can try individually, but I unblocked him, but I don't know if he's ever gonna FaceTime me again. I understand it's been so long, and I think the last time we talked through FaceTime, I think it was just sometime last year, and now I think he's tried to FaceTime me this, or I don't know, because I left my entire circle toward the end of January, right? So I don't know if he tried to FaceTime me by then. I would probably say he did, maybe once or twice. But since, I don't know, he probably thought or noticed like I blocked him, or I don't know. Like when it comes to FaceTime, where we're trying to call people, if I like when I try to call Tristan, like the minute I pressed call, it went straight to voicemail. So that's probably how I knew that he blocked me, because the call went straight to voicemail. So So that's how I figured that he blocked me, because every time I try, like I tried to call several times on his phone, and that's how I knew he blocked me for good. And the text is green, not blue, because he also owns an iPhone. Alexis, I know he also owns an iPhone. So I don't know. I can try again, but it just seems like after what I did, he probably knew. So I mean, I know his behavior. I know his personality. And look, him and I had gone through some ups and downs, and even just with his impatience of me just not getting back to him on FaceTime calls, because most of the times he calls on the weekend, and a lot of my weekends have just been, a lot of times it's been pretty crazy. It's just been pretty swamped, and I try to get back to him like later in the day, but it's like it has to be right under his terms, man. I gotta when he calls, and I gotta call him back maybe like a few minutes later. You know what I'm saying? So we just had some misunderstandings, and like I know he texted me like, "Hey, Happy New Year," this and that, and I'm trying to remember the I don't know. I'm trying to remember that one incident where I'm starting to forget already. On where like before the time that he that he texted me Happy New Year. I think it was for the fact that I tried greeting him happy birthday, or I sent him a shout out video, and then he ignored it. I don't know if it was that. I feel like it was that. So I don't know if it's just because I sent him birthday video greetings before. I think about a couple of them, and he just totally he just totally ignored me, and I remember that. So I don't know. There's just something about Alexis that I think when we talk, I'm not saying he's a bad friend, but I think a lot of it is just more on him as far as his. I think he just has trouble understanding some people, including myself and Julio, and I don't know, or just some of the other people in general. Like I remember Julio pointed out to me that after I dropped him off the airport because he was going back to San Jose, he never thanked me. He never thanked me that I dropped him off. Couldn't even give me even just like $1 of gas money. So I mean, he's had his share of problems, as far as like gaining understanding of people like myself, and I even called him out on New Year's Day on 2023, and he was willing to admit that he was wrong, and hey, he felt terrible that he did what he did to me as far as his impatience, but we were cool again. And then that's when Alexis started to what was it? Yeah, he started to greet me and Julio on that group chat. It's like some holidays, like, hey, happy Memorial Day and happy 4th of July, and like all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but to me, it just seems like, I could be wrong, man, but I'm almost positive this has come to an end. Our friendship. I almost feel that way. I'm almost positive I feel that way. So I would not be surprised if this is so. If it is, so be it. Because I tried to message him, and on that group chat, he didn't say nothing. So I don't know if he changed his number or what. It's kind of like the same way with Andrew, With Andrew, it's like I had to block him again because he kept ignoring me, and he also ignored Russ. So I feel the same way with Alexis too, in that I feel like we're just parting ways. So I'm just gonna perceive this as it's an end to our friendship, period. So yeah, it is what it is at that point. Okay, so moving on to the final one, and I'm getting closer to home. So on where I stand, this is not going to take very long. on where I stand with my video uploading. So as you know, these last several days, I started to upload some of my, well, I want to say more recent, but I started to upload all my preseason games for my shoot-around season. All 3 of them are up there. I already did breakfast only as earlier today. So I'm working on a couple ones for the regular season, the first game, which is at Willow Park. So I'm doing that one right now. And yes, I got the rematch videos, the Russ's videos, that he recorded. So I'm going to work on that as well. And I'll be pretty much caught up. I'll officially be caught up with my 2024 regular season. Yes, I still have the international Friendship Day ones, and I know it's super late, but it's better late than never. I'll still like to share with some of my friends from last year. Yeah, I know it's last year's stuff, but yeah. So for the most part, I'm still in catch-up mode, but I think that big break that I had, just toward the end of January, it really helped me to really catch up a lot of the videos. So I think it really helped out. So I think that I'm going to continue to do what I do, and yep, I should get another one done, and I'm going to get the Willow Park one done. That's the first regular season game, and I'll get the Vista Verde one done as well. And so I think I'm on track. I'm pretty good on track. So yeah, these are all the 4 topics I'm going to discuss, and I'm just going to continue to do what I do, and I feel like I'm doing a good job right now, just even starting off on this season as well. So I'm going to get most likely the first 4 games done of the regular season, and I'm going to see what happens with the rest, of the 2024 ones, and we'll go from there. Obviously, I'll drop more videos, whatever I need. I might simmer down a bit, so we'll just have to wait and see. So, all right, that's all I'm going to cover, and I know it's pretty long. I did say I was going to take Side Street, and which I did. So I'm about to cut it, and y'all have a good rest of your day. Peace.